Like always, all information in the bio. Today, I want to talk with you about prepositions. And the first preposition we are going to look at is preposition al. Al means on, upon, onto, to. It has a couple of playgrounds, okay? So far, so good. Now, what's happening to prepositions in the Hebrew language? Well, they come with conjugation patterns. Yeah, that can look quite frightening at the beginning. But, behind everything in the Hebrew language, there is a code, and codes are there to be hacked. And this is what we are going to do now together. So stay with me. Don't get shocked when you see now the overview of the conjugation pattern for al. We look at it, we read it together, and then we're going to hack it. Okay, now let's go. So here is the conjugation pattern, and we are going to read it now from top to bottom. Please note, I just write the female plural version, but I don't always say it to save time. It's written there, and I know you know what to do with that, right? Okay, so alai, alecha, alaich, alav, aleya, aleinu, aleichem, aleihem. So far, so good, right? Now the hack starts. What do we see? Remember, that's my favorite question. What do you see? I tell you what I see. And then I make you see. I show you. Okay, so on the right side, we see al plus yud. From top to bottom. The pronunciation might change a bit, but in writing, this is what it is. And when we talk about code, we always talk about the writing code. On the left side, what I have here in blue, we see the pronominal suffix. Well, what the heck was that? The pronominal suffix, this is what you also used for indicate possessions. Mine, yours. This is sheli, shelcha, shelach, shelo, shela, shelanu, and so on. So these two together form the conjugation pattern of the preposition al. So what's happening here is that basically it is the preposition and the indicator of the person. Why do we need a yud? The question why is always a troublemaker, not only in Hebrew. You should ask, what am I going to do with that? So, what is that yud for? It's a connector. Just take it like this. Otherwise, we don't get those two together. So, look to the right. Everything in red is the same. It is the preposition al plus yud, and then we put the possessive suffix. I call it the possessive suffix. I think it's much clearer than pronominal suffix, but that's official. Okay, so what do I recommend to you for making this really automatic? How to really plant that into your brain for good and in a short time. I have discovered that a lot of people want to take shortcuts. They are so creative in, if I learn it this way, then I can do it. Guys, you're wasting your time. To be very honest, language or languages, like any other subject, is a question of understanding and repetition. The repetition is key. And this is why I'm saying this all the time. If you learn it really, like alai, alecha, alaicha, this is how you get the automatism. This is what you want. That next time you have the situation, you're not thinking anymore. You have it so much like da 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 da, and that's it. You just know it. This is what you want. So don't go around. Understand it, like I've just explained the code to you, what is that actually? That is helpful, because otherwise there's this doubt in you and this fear and this block. So understanding what it is, and then repetition, and there's nothing else. But the good thing about repetition is it's brainless and hyper effective. I mean, why don't spend too much time on creative things. I could do it like this, and if I learn it like this, and hey, you want effectiveness? That's the key. Do. At 5 in the morning, at 2 at night, you will know it. Okay. So another thing is learn it together with the verbs. That means, here I have an example for you. לחשוב. לחשוב is to think. But לחשוב, or let's say to think, comes with a preposition. And the preposition is לחשוב על. על, in this case, translates to about. To think of, to think about. This is it. So, in your vocabulary list, learn לחשוב, to think, but also make another point as a second vocabulary point, לחשוב על. So that you always have it together. Ask yourself what means in Hebrew to think, לחשוב, and what means to think about, לחשוב על. Learn it together. And that's it. Here's a nice cute example. When I say he's thinking of me, then it is הוא חושב עליי. עליי is of me. Of is already in there. Me, I. This is how the Hebrew language expresses it. But this I'm saying, if you know it is to think of, and he is thinking of me, and you're learning the preposition in an automatism, you have zero problem with such a sentence. לחשוב על, to think of. Now, when you learn it this way, let's say in your vocabulary list, and then you think, oh my God, what was this conjugation pattern again? Go back and think, it was al plus yud plus suffix. That means you can work your way there again. Even if in a certain moment you were, what was that again? If you have the code, which is al plus yud plus the suffix, you can work with it. You have to trust your brain to figure it out. So don't get confused when you think, gosh, where is that paper? What was that again? Learn the code, and you will always know how to get there where you want to go. It's like a compass. I always tell people, I give you a compass. And this is why I rather call myself a coach than a teacher, because you decide where you go. I give you the tool, and then you decide where you go. So this is where you go. You go back to this resume and to this overview, and here you have it, right? Al plus yud plus the suffix. Hey guys, that was basically what I wanted to teach you today. I hope it's gonna stick with you.